No, a man of many firsts today, first time on a podcast, and this is following your award this week as a runner-up in the IGEM's Young Persons competition.
Yeah.
Now, what was the thing that you were working on?
So the original applicator was developed by a friend of yours,
Stuart Gels. And Stuart Gels is an amazing guy. He retired from engineering, and in his retirement, he got involved in developing and iterating this idea of a tensioning tool that could put on tape at tension. But we didn't have access to CAD. We didn't have access to any kind of prototyping, modern prototyping techniques. Everything was done in his workshop, which was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
So let's have a look and see what he built.
The tape is going between the three rollers
And coming out the front.
coming out the front. This top tensioning knob at the top pushes the rollers together, squeezing the tape between the two,
Yeah.
creating friction within the rollers so that when you pull the tape, it will only turn the rollers and come out of the tool at the tension that it's calibrated to.
So what's different about this one?
So hopefully you can see the tensioning knob is now at the back of the tool rather than sitting up here. And what's happening now is the tension you're putting on from the knob is being translated along the length of the tool to the three rollers.
So this roller here is turning in the same direction that the tape is coming out.
Yeah.
The pipe is sitting in here, and the roller and the whole thing's moving backwards around the pipe.
Yeah. At the same time as this process going on, we were field trialing Duraseal out on live repairs, and this tool was used to apply Duraseal to, I think, between 5 and 10 of those jobs. The next stage from prototype 2 to prototype 3 was realizing this roll taped too small. We need that roller tape to be bigger,
Okay.
which resulted in this sort of slightly bigger design. And the other issue we had was mud contaminating the tape while using it in a muddy
I
environment.
can still see cake mud all around here.
Yeah.
Just looking at this, and this has been cleaned.
Yeah. And so a larger tool also gave more opportunity for some sort of cover design.
Yeah.
This next prototype, I started its design with that in mind, and that allowed space for a simple plastic cover like this. These rear handles can be unscrewed and fixed into set positions depending on the
You
diameter
had that idea in this one, but you then extended it in this way. This one you actually did two, and they sort of interlock in this space here. That's really cool. So you then moved on to the next version.
We needed another.
Let's have a look at the next one.
So the original design of a center fixing point remained the same, but the tabs on the bottom locate into holes within the tool itself, locating it and keeping it rock solid when you're moving the tool around.
And that actually did make a massive difference in terms of handling.
Massive difference. In a sense, it became the third handle of the tool.
And I've seen guys actually take both handles off and wrap just with the cover. That's worked quite well.
It's solid enough to use as by itself.
Have you got an example of the final tool here? Brilliant. And we've got the clear cover, so we can see exactly how much tape is left.
Yeah.
I can remember Andrew from our CNC, our first CNC supplier. I can remember him commenting that your set of assembly drawings were the best he's ever seen. And I thought that was a pretty big accolade for somebody self-taught on CAD. So well done on that.
Thank you. I find whenever I'm reading or looking at something, I want it to make sense for me immediately. And so even though my designs might not have been totally standard or industry standard, I made them to be as reader-friendly and simple as they needed to be.
What is the project that you are most excited about at the moment?
Look into the future, higher pressure, whether that's gas or water, is a must for us. And so we're developing a system, a patch, to try and reduce the flow to 0 before applying Duracell. I'm not quite sure exactly what that finished product will look like at the moment.
Well, what I've seen so far, it's looking exciting. And I think we have the hope of actually dealing with some violent leaks. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes.
Yeah, I remember on a training course chatting to a guy we were training. He showed me a video of, from a distance, this hole with just gas flowing up and dirt flying into the air. And he said, "What about this? Can it do this?" It's this kind of joking way. It's like, "Ah, I've got you. Can't do that, can it?"
Yeah.
But taking a step back and thinking about it and slowly iterating some thoughts and ideas, it's exciting to get to the point where that might be a possibility in the future.
Yeah, really interesting. Well, Noah, thank you for agreeing to do this chat on video, and thanks to everybody for watching. That was great.